It doesn't matter whom you're complaining to, whether it's your friend, your family member, your partner, or whoever that person is. A point will come, like seriously, a point will come that they will use the same complaints, the same insecurities that you have against you. Because this is how this universe works. The world we are living in, it has become like a really competitive space. For the longest time, I was made to question my intelligence. I was made to question my beauty. At times, I was made to feel as if there is not a particular thing wrong in me, but my whole existence was something which was so disasterful. When I was in my high school, one of the teacher quoted me that I am basically an attention seeker. And in, I guess, in middle school, when I was trying to participate and do and work in like co-curriculum activities, I was quoted that I can never really be a good speaker because my loud voice was so intimidating. It was so annoying. Yeah. These were the words which I was quoted. Yet still, right now, I have the audacity, I have the confidence, I have the self-belief that my words, my opinion, and my thoughts hold value. So for some people, they will say that, you know what, she's faking it, or she's just being delusional, or she is just overconfident. But darling, when every single time when you took the initiative to step forward, to move towards the path of growth, you have been backstabbed, you have been questioned, you have been mocked upon. Faking is also tough. And right now, when I'm making this video, I'm not denying that there was a time when I was faking my confidence. Yeah, there was a time. I was super insecure, I didn't knew what I was doing, but I chose to fake it because I knew it's either me staying in my bed, being the miserable self I am, or practicing to be the best version of myself. So for some people, it may be faking, and for some people, it's just practicing to be the person you really want to be. So what is this, we humans? In the end, we all are just souls. In the end, we have equal amount of body parts. But why are we so different? It's because how we approach towards life, what kind of feelings that we have, what kind of mindset that we have, that's what makes us different. So if right now I am super confident, I feel that my words hold value, I am just so comfortable in being alone, in sitting alone. Okay, I feel a lot many people are way too uncomfortable to talk about the concept of alone and loneliness. Yes, there was a period of time when I was totally alone, but it was a conscious choice that I made. Do you know who is quoted as the most powerful person? It is that person who is not afraid of being alone, who is not afraid of losing. But right now, we are not taking the first step towards growth. We are not working towards our goals. We are not starting with that business. We are not starting with that YouTube channel. We are not starting with our career. We are not exploring our own self because we fear that the people around us will judge. Or maybe they will leave us because they will see a different side of me. But why don't you understand? Do you really want to be around people who don't love and cherish and admire the person you really are? Is working towards your goal such a shameful thing? Is being confident, being proud of your own skin is such a bad thing? People talk about body positivity on one line, and the very next moment they start criticizing their own self. Oh my god, I have these blemishes. Oh my god, my hair is short. Oh my god, this is that, this is that. I'm overweight. Okay, you are overweight. Okay, there are a few flaws in you, but why can't you just choose to shut your mouth, embrace your own soul, your own self, and then work towards improving your own being? Because what is this? Why is this complaining happening? People around you, okay, see, it doesn't matter whom you're complaining to, whether it's your friend, your family member, your partner, or whoever that person is. A point will come, like seriously, a point will come that they will use the same complaints, the same insecurities that you have against you. Because this is how this universe works. The world we are living in, it has become like a really competitive space. Spouses are literally competing with each other. What more sad thing can happen? Best friends who like literally hang out with each other, who have been together since their childhood, they are competing against each other. So if right now you are serving your insecurities to people like this, that oh my god I have this flaw, oh my god I have this flaw, I am not good at this, there is this problem, obviously they will use that against you. For the longest time I have been that naive person. Before even starting with the group project, I used to quote that, you know what, I have this problem of fumbling. And I remember how people used that point against me. Once I quoted in front of my friend, I just met that person, and then I quoted that, you know what, I'm a really sensitive person. And I remember in each and every argument, I was stated that, oh my god, there's this issue in you, you're so over dramatic, you're so sensitive. Why? Even in case of sibling as well, you can have the most purest relationship, you can be so nice to each other, have the greatest amount of love, but still in anger, people, your loved ones especially, can use your downfall against you. Because we know that when people are in anger, they behave in such a different way. Even between me and my sister, I remember I tell each and every aspect of my life to my sister. So what used to happen was, when we used to argue, she used to say something which which used to affect me so much, because I felt, you know what, why is she using this line in an argument? But the thing is, we are working towards a relationship as siblings. The thing is that sometimes she is trying to be that protective sister for me. So by quoting that example or by quoting that incident, she's maybe trying to teach something. But deep in my heart, I'm feeling bad. That insecurity of mine is increasing. So that's why there are few parts of you that only you have to deal. There are few parts of you that only you should know about. It's okay to sometimes, say, okay, I'm feeling bloated. Okay, I have increased weight. I have to work upon this. Okay, but there should be a positive mindset. You cannot be around people and criticize your own self, your own being. Because if you are not ready to work towards your own self, if you are not ready to take care of your body, to take care of your looks, to take care of your education, to take care of your business, why would anyone care less? Why? If you are not taking accountability, okay, people who understand that I am responsible for my life, I am responsible for my career, I am responsible for the life I'm living, they don't complain. Once in a while, they might just lighten their heart by sharing their opinion, but those people don't complain. There is a difference between complaining and just sharing your feelings and emotions. It's okay to feel sad about certain things and share it with your closed ones, but continuously complaining about your insecurities, that's not cool. In life, there are basically two approaches. The one is where you focus on the problem, right? Imagine I am stuck in a situation which is really very scary for me. So it's either me fearing about my future, having issues about my security, getting scared, getting annoyed, not being able to use my brain, and then just focusing on the problem. Or the second is thinking about the solution. So right now I can be like, you know what, okay, there is this issue, I'm dealing with this problem. I don't have to panic because I have overcome so many situations. I am pretty damn sure somewhere in some timeline, in some part of the world, there was a person who might be in a same situation, right? And they overcome it. So that's why even I can do it. And it doesn't matter what people say, because I am a strong person and I can deal with anything. Okay, so I'll look after the solutions. So yeah, these two are the main ways through which a person lead their life. Before, when I was living the most miserable life, before when I was totally underconfident, when I didn't knew what I wanted from my life, that was when I was focusing on my problems. Before, I used to have this lacking mindset when all I used to focus was on the problems. Overthinking about the situation, overanalyzing, questioning, why did the person say that? Why was I not chosen? Why did they reject me? But right now, I have changed my mindset. I no more think about the problem. I think about the solution. I say to myself, okay, if there is a really smart person, if there is a really lucky and intelligent and beautiful girl, and if she is in this situation, what will she do? Yeah, and when I'm quoting all these qualities, I think of my better version. I think of my best version, because What is the difference between a person who is successful, who has it all, who is having a perfect physique, and the one who is just working towards it? What's the difference? The only difference is that the person who have achieved that thing have gone through the phases that the person who is practicing is going through. So that's what I do. In my mind, I think of that person, that how will the highest version of me react? And then I start thinking like in a positive way, because a person who is at the top of their career, a person who has a loving partner, a person who has made in life, it is certain that they have a lot of patience. It is certain that they haven't focused on the problems, because who in this world exists who doesn't have any problem? Who in this world is existing who is just content in all forms? Everyone is fighting their own demons. So, for right now, if you are walking towards this path of self improvement, self discovery, and self confidence, self growth, you have to imagine this person. It can be an imaginary person, or a person you admire, or maybe your own self. For example, initially when I started to like walk towards this journey of self growth, I had like this few characters in my mind. I remember there was this movie character, this girl who was like the boss lady, who had everything figured out, who was so emotionally mature, who was so emotionally intelligent, and that was the thing which was back of my mind. I used to say like, what would she do? Yeah, that was the thing I used to do, because I had such low confidence that I felt as if like I cannot make my own decision. So by imagining that person, I was able to walk on the right path, and that thing worked out for me. And it can work out for you as well. But right now, when I have gained that confidence, because when you start walking on the right path, you start seeing result. You start understanding that you are more than just your insecurities. You are more than what people say about you. You are a person who can actually change your whole life, and that's what's happening with me. Every single day, miracles are happening. And how is this possible? It's because I'm taking that initiative. I'm thinking of this highest version of me, and then making my decision. Okay. So as I said before, initially I used to think of a person or a movie character, and then used to say like, what would she do? And that's how I conducted my life, because I wanted a life, a mindset like her. But right now, when I have accomplished, I am seeing results, when I am getting what I want, I'm able to imagine like a highest version of myself. Because for me earlier, it was so tough to imagine me being successful, to imagine me being a pretty one, to imagine me having the best group of people around me. But right now, when I'm getting the results of my hard work, of my change in mindset, of my conscious decision of improving my life, I'm able to imagine a life which is like so fulfilled, a life where I have the best partner, a life where I have like the best career, a life where everyone respects me, when I am adored, where I am taken care of. Yeah, so that's how now I am making decisions. Sometimes we can have like our family members, we can have our friends who love us so much, but still they can be toxic to us, because there are certain insecurities that their own self fighting. So if they are not being lenient to their own self, how can they be lenient towards us? So without even like forcing or without even trying, they impose those insecurities on us. So that's why it's said that you become the person who you surround yourself with. So if you're surrounding yourself with insecure people who all they do is gossip around, you will become one of them. But if right now you choose to change your company, or maybe right now you don't have access to that like group of people, because I was in this phase of life where I had no one. All I had was those toxic group of people. But then I chose to remain alone. I chose to not care what people think about me. I didn't care about the judgment. I just had this novel in my hand. I used to read about self confidence. I used to read about power of subconscious mind. I literally, like seriously, I used to hate reading, but still I did that, because I knew it's either me wasting my time around these people who I don't want to become like, or it's me choosing to stay alone and doing the right thing. So see, in this life, if you want to do something which the crowd is not doing, if you want to walk on the path of self confidence, if you want to be content in your life, you have to do these things. You have to change, you have to improve. There were days when I was not familiar about the person who I was turning into, because I don't know, that path was so new to me. I was not able to comprehend, like, what am I even doing. I have lost connect with, like, the toxic people I was hanging out with. But at least at that time I felt, I had those people, but now I have no one, because I didn't have access to the right group of people. But when my manifestation started to come out, when the results of my hard work came, everything fall back into place. I really hope this video was useful. I love you guys so much. Bye guys.